Hey everyone, I just wanted to hop on and give an update of what I learned this past week at school. So I started my portion of botanical medicine and herbals last week, and so this is my second week. Um, this week it was quite a broad thing. So the first segment we studied was in regards to research on herbal supplements and some of the challenges in regards to that. So the biggest reason it's really challenging is most herbal supplements don't just contain one herb. Typically, there's multiple components. There are some single herbs, but then even when you take a single herb, there can be various formulations. And also there can be various extraction methods. So I'll read this just so that I portray it as clearly as possible. But it's challenging to compare herbal products that vary in their extraction method, the part of the plant that it comes from. So they can come from either the root, the leaf, or the seed. The delivery system. So that kind of goes to the formulations again. So whether it's in a tea form, a tincture, an extract, an oil, an ointment, all of those have different bioavailability as well as absorption. And then also the dose of the medication. So not all of an herbal medication is equal. Like it's really important to consider all of those things. So it makes it very challenging when they say, per se, like ginkgo biloba works for XYZ, but they're not comparing the same formulation of ginkgo biloba. So that's where some challenge comes when it comes to not only interpreting research data about it, but also like deciding a dosage on a patient and potential contraindications. So that is some of the challenges when it comes to botanical research. Next, this was something I learned. So dietary supplements are actually regulated in the US. I had this thought in my brain that it wasn't, since they don't require any pre-market approval, kind of like pharmaceutical medications, but there is regulation of dietary supplements in the US. Um, the organization that does that is the Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act. And primarily, how they work is they set forth requirements for manufacturing protocols as well as the labeling, what needs to be on a label of dietary supplements. Also, another thing, if you've ever seen like on a dietary supplement, like a circle or additional letters, there are several third-party independent organizations that help provide various quality assurance measures. So if a certain supplier is very proud of what they do and they want to show their buyers that they value what they do as far as dosing, manufacturing procedures, safety, ensuring not high doses of heavy metal in their supplements, then they may use organizations such as like Consumer Labs. NSF is one, as well as USP. So what that means if you see those additional letters or labels on a dietary supplement. It is important that patients consult with their medical provider when choosing to use a supplement, or if you're not on any other medications, like really researching, like, what am I taking? Is it coming from a good, safe source? Are there any contraindications to me taking it? And what is a good dose? And is it meant to be taken short term, long term? Like all of those are important considerations prior to taking any type of supplements. Um, Patients that especially need to be cautious with herbal supplements are patients that take blood thinners. There are several herbs that will actually increase the risk of bleeding. If you're on chemotherapy, some of them could potentially make the chemotherapy not as effective. If you're on anti-rejection meds after having like a transplant, if you're on seizure medications, high blood pressure medications, history of cardiovascular disease, kidney disease, liver disease, on steroids, or if you're pregnant and breastfeeding. It doesn't mean you can't take herbs, but there are a lot of herbs that could potentially affect medications that you take or conditions. And so just being really mindful, and don't be afraid to speak up with your family doctor about herbals that you're taking, or like have those discussions. And then another piece that might be helpful too is like consulting with your pharmacist, like, hey, I take these meds, I'm thinking about taking this. Just getting another opinion of whether it's something safe for you to do. In this second week, we did kind of study 3 umbrellas as far as management of conditions. So ones we looked at were chronic stress, depression, anxiety, insomnia, early dementia, and cognitive supplements. So kind of different herbs that might help with those. So I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, please reach out and um, comment them, and I'll do my best to respond. Hope you have a great week, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.